think what we're offering at the moment is one of the most complete and exciting musical offers in any city in the UK, actually. And if you look at what we're launching today, it ranges from a really outstanding orchestral and indeed choral music season through to some of the best contemporary new music that's been performed by Ensemble 1010 and by the orchestra, and indeed a wonderful recital series down at St George's Hall. Add in the range of learning programs that we're doing around this, and it really is something very special, I think, which builds on the success of recent seasons.
2011-12, the main themes of the season will be ending of the Mahler cycle. We will perform the 8th Symphony in the autumn and then the 9th Symphony in the late autumn, early winter. And the 9th Symphony of Mahler will actually start another cycle, the cycle of the 9th Symphonies. So in 2011-12 there will be a lot of 9th symphonies by the different composers performed, including even unknown pieces here in the UK by Glazunov, Symphony No. 9, or the absolute world premiere of Sir Maxwell Davies, Symphony No. 9. And one of the pieces, of course, will be Beethoven No. 9 Symphony, which will be part of another long project of the whole Beethoven, not only symphonies, but the chamber music and the choral music as well. Part of this link is a Beethoven Missa Solemnis, which is one of the greatest choral work, which I will tie with another couple of pieces as Matteo's Passion around Easter time, and as many more pieces, even choruses a cappella by Shostakovich, which I will perform with a Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Chorus on stage.
We've got some very familiar friends coming back to us next year. We have Libor Pesek, of course, has had a long-standing relationship with both Liverpool and this organisation, and he will be bringing back for us a French programme, ironically, that we recorded a few years ago, and people have asked us for time and time again, please bring back the French programme with Libor. So we are giving in this time, and in October we will see Libor with Jonathan Small bringing back all his French favourites. We also have returning guests including Midori, the violinist, who wowed audiences here 2 years ago, so she's coming back and she's actually going on tour with us in the autumn as well. Faces like Catherine Stott, who have been coming for many, many years. It'd be wonderful to welcome back Catherine Stott, the pianist, and also conductor Alexander Shelley, who we've worked with, and he's coming back next year as well. We've got 3 people who are coming to us who are actually soloists in their own right. Nikolai Schneider came here with a violin a few years ago, and he's coming back conducting this time. He's working very well with string orchestras in particular, but also with symphony orchestras, and it'll be his conducting debut here in Liverpool. We have 2 other people who are coming with their batons. One is Hannah Chang, and she, of course, is known as a cellist, but she has a fabulous programme here in February, and will be followed the following week, as it happens, with Christian Lindberg will also be playing the trombone just a little bit in the concert as well. We have other new names. We have a conductor who's very exciting and whose career is just shooting off, and that's Jakob Huser, and we hope to see him again in a couple of years' time.
At my personal choice concerts in 2011 and 2012, apart from all our long-term projects and cycles and series, will be the very opening 2 weeks when we will perform music by Enescu, Stravinsky and Prokofiev and Rachmaninoff. And I think it's very, very interesting programs. Some pieces like Stravinsky Symphony in 3 movements haven't been played in Liverpool for quite a long time. And music by Enescu, which deserves a wide recognition, I think barely been played here in this country. And those 2 programs will perform here in Liverpool, and then we'll bring them on tour to the Eastern European countries. The next big concert for me will be Sibelius 5, which has been performed a couple of years ago by Sir Simon Rattle. And for me that will be very interesting and curious how the orchestra grown since 2007-2008, and how great the orchestra can perform the symphony now comparing to that time.
We also have a very interesting concert perhaps one of the best for showing off the entire orchestra in its loudest and its best, which is the Shostakovich Symphony No. 7. This is the Leningrad Symphony. You'll be amazed at how many players we can cram onto that platform. It's a long symphony, it's very exciting, and it'll be great fun for the players. They'll all come out ringing in their ears at the end of the concert. But in the first half of the concert, we also have an interesting work, which is a Qigong new work, which has not been yet premiered in the UK, so we're actually giving the UK premiere on Chantement Oublié. And this is a work that Vasily will be learning for the first time along with the musicians, and I think it will be a fantastic contrast to what will happen in the second half.
The next big concert for me is a concert including Parsifal music selection. We performed Parsifal in Galicia last year, the whole opera production, and we will perform a large selection of music, orchestral music from Parsifal, which has been arranged by Erich Leinsdorf earlier in the 20th century. And I think that's a great music, and I've been really looking forward to perform Parsifal not only somewhere in Spain, but as well here in Liverpool. At least we will give a taste of it. And talking about the operas, later in the season we will have collaboration with European Opera Centre again, and we will perform opera by Wolf Ferrari, which I think will be a lot of fun.
In the Vaudeville series, we also have two new works coming up. The first one, the Saccone Quartet, joined by horn player David Pyatt for the John McCabe Horn Quintet. And at the end of the same season, we also have a new work by Emily Howard, our younger generation of Merseyside composers. And she's going to be writing for the Danel Quartet. Other things happening in the Vaudeville series include the completion of the Schubert cycle that we've been having. Paul Lewis, of course, is a local boy and has an enormous following, and his interpretation is quite exquisite, and he will be featured throughout the season at the St George's Concert Room. And right at the end of the season, we have our film favourites, the Katona twins. Now, they've been and played with the orchestra, they've given a recital before in our lunchtime series, and they're coming back here to close the summer season at the Vaudeville right at the end of their centenary year.
The Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra would be nothing without its audience, which is incredibly loyal, incredibly supportive. There really is a connection, I think, between the organisation and our audience, which is very, very special. I've never known anything like it. And that support is crucial, because without it, A, there'll be no purpose to us, and B, we couldn't possibly exist.
My biggest pride so far in Liverpool is not only the orchestra, who's doing very well, but that we've grown in terms of the people who's coming to the hall. We have about 40% more audience than we had 4 or 5 years ago. And I think this process needs to be further and further, need to go further and further. I would like to encourage everybody to come to our hall and to share this passion and to share the excellence which we have and which we will develop even further.